Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make cheesy beef enchiladas using ground beef. For this recipe, we're going to be using 1 pound of ground beef, a half a cup of diced onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of beef bouillon, 1 teaspoon of garlic pepper, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of oregano, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of good chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, 2 cups of shredded Colby Jack cheese, and of course some corn tortillas. So to begin, I'm just going to brown the ground beef in my skillet, and then I'm just going to go ahead and break up all the meat, get it nice and tiny. And then I'm going to start by chopping up my onion. So I'm just going to go across one way, turn it, chop it across the other way into nice teeny tiny pieces. And you guys just keep going at it back and forth with your knife. This is a really good way to practice your knife skills. All right, and then I'm just adding in all of my spices. Make sure you check the description box so that you guys can see exactly what I added to what. And then I'm just going to scoop my onions in, add those into the ground beef, crushing the garlic with the side of my knife, getting the peels off and just chopping it. If you guys wanted to use a pre-minced garlic, go ahead and throw in about a tablespoon of garlic here. But again, this is a really good way to practice your knife skills, just kind of going back and forth through the garlic. So, all right, so everything's in the pan and we're just going to mix it all up. I'm just going to continue browning the ground beef. And there it is, all nice and done, so you guys can see how good it looks. Everything's all nice and cooked together. I'm going to just go ahead and set that aside. And then you're going to need a sauce pot, like a medium-sized sauce pot, to build your enchilada sauce. So you just want to add the vegetable oil into the pot and the flour. And then just stir this up, get all the lumps out and stuff. And then we're just going to let this cook down until it turns kind of like a darker color. You can smell the raw flour. You want to cook it until the raw flour smell is gone. And then I'm just adding my bouillon into 1 cup of water. Just getting that all nice and combined. And you guys can see the flour mixture is kind of getting bubbly. This is kind of what you want to see. And in this next part of the video, you'll be able to tell how nice the color has changed. So you can see it's kind of darkened up there. This is where you want it to be when you add in the rest of your ingredients. So just stir it again, make sure there's no lumps. Throw in all of your chili powder and the rest of your spices. So just get it all nice and combined, get all the lumps out. Cooking the spices like this is really going to help wake up the flavor of them, so don't skip this step. Let this kind of go for a second. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add in my chicken stock, and I'm just going to add in a little bit at a time, and you guys can see how fast this is going to thicken up here. So add in a small amount, whisk it again so there's no lumps or anything, and you can see how thick that got really fast. That's okay. And you guys, I'm sorry, this was actually 2 cups of chicken stock here. And then we're just going to mix this up, and then you want this to come back up to a boil, and then it's going to reach its full thickening once it boils. And there it is right there. You guys can see how easy that was. This is way better, a way healthier choice for you than using canned enchilada sauces. It creates a lot less waste because you're not throwing away the can, and it also is a lot cheaper. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my tortillas ready. So we're just going to fry them for just a few seconds in some vegetable oil on each side. And then I'm going to build my enchiladas right in my casserole dish so that all of that stuff that falls off can just fall right in the dish and it'll all just become part of the meal. And this just helps to save time cleaning and stuff. So I'm just adding in probably about 2 tablespoons of cheese and then probably about 2 tablespoons of the meat filling. But I like my enchiladas nice and chunky, so you guys just get as much in there as you can or make them however you want to. This made 12 enchiladas. I'm just going to go through and get these all wrapped up. And I did have some technical difficulties, and for some reason I did not get the part where I added the sauce onto the enchiladas. So all I did was I got all the enchiladas rolled. I had a little tiny bit of ground beef left, so I just threw that right on top of the enchiladas, and then I just poured the entire pan of sauce on there and then topped it with the remainder of the cheese. So the cheese is really up to you guys. You guys can use more cheese if you want to. I used about 2 cups in this recipe. Then you want to go ahead and cover the enchiladas with foil. We're going to bake them covered for 20 minutes, and then we're going to bake them uncovered for 10 at 375. And this is what they look like when they come out. They're bubbly and delicious. You can see all the cheese is nice and melted, and everything in this is cooked, so you're really just kind of looking to heat this back up and melt the cheese. You guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that notifications bell, and I will see you guys in my next video.